Hey guys, Tepcocyclerepair. So this is your accelerator pump nozzle. This is the main body of a FCR carburetor off a 2002 CRF 450. All right, so to get to this point, you need to take the carburetor apart. You need to take the mid body off. You definitely need to take the slide out so you can get to where we're getting to. There's 4 Allens here, okay? And they're on the 4 corners. All right, and they're kind of on angles. And then you'll get to this point where this thing is stripped down. I've fully taken it apart because I'm doing a rebuild on the carburetor, but you got to take the bottom portion off, and you got to take the slide out so you can get to it. But if you look, it's hard to see there, but the nozzle, where it's supposed to be spraying out, it should be pointing this way, coming through here, kind of off-centered a little bit to hit the middle of the, there you go, to hit the middle of the throat of the carburetor, coming right to where this camera is showing. So there should be a hole right there, but it's not, and it's on the side. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's shooting out the fuel sideways, so it hits right here, all right? This bike has probably been bogging for quite a while, and they couldn't figure it out. Now, if you split the mid-body, which you have to do to correct this, all right, you might be able to, okay, there's the hole, all right? See it right there? It's shooting out sideways. So you have to split the mid-body, and underneath the nozzle is a flathead, looks like a flathead screw, but it's not a screw. This is actually pressed in. You can see that someone has tried to fix this already because it's all messed up. Now this doesn't unscrew, it's pressed in. All right, so I couldn't push it out with a screwdriver, so what I did was, if you look down in here, you can see the hole down in there, and I took a punch like this and I just dropped it through here right onto the top of it, and 2 light taps and it popped right out. All right, so right through here, right into there is where we're going to be tapping it out. See, just the light taps out. So now when I pick this up, all right, there it is. So I'm going to clean it, I'm going to mark it, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to rotate it in the right direction and push it back in, and we should be good to go. So let me get it cleaned up. All right, so you can see it's cleaned up now. I got a small mark on it where the hole is, just to help guide me in there. All right. So I'm just going to put it in the bottom of it here and the angle that I want it to go, and we're going to push it in, and we'll be able to rotate it a little bit before I push it all the way in, and then I'll just push it all the way in. Now you can get these on Keihin website, replacements. JD Jetting makes a double squirt. There's a couple different things here. So I'm going to just line this thing up, and you see it doesn't have to go in that far, and you can see the shiny part of it right here is where it's pressed in. All right, so let me press it in. All right, guys, so here you can see I have it dropped in there, all right? And all I did is drop it in. I got the mark. You can see the black mark on there. That's where I wanted to shoot, right down the center. So now at this point, you can take the screwdriver and turn it if you want to and rotate it any which way to make sure that you get it in there, right? If I get a screwdriver on here, you can move it around. And then I can just push it down in there and it'll be good to go. So let me get it lined up exactly where I want it, and we'll get it pushed in. All right, and now you can see it's pointing right where I want it to point, right down the center of the throat of the carburetor, and we are good to go. All right, guys, so hopefully this helped you out. Don't be alarmed if it's not pointing in the right direction. It's made to be rotated, and it can be pressed out. And tapping it back in, I just got that same punch. It fits just right into that hole. I gave it a couple taps in, and it's locked in place. You can put your finger here and push on it. It's not going to move. And this is a good opportunity for you to change that mid-body gasket anyway. In these FCR carbs, you need to do that. This one was destroyed in here. And yeah, so we are good to go now. I can put this car back together.